Hey everybody, I am doing a video today to show you how we are draining our Intex pool. Now, for people that have the Intex pools and let the water out over the winter season, you know that the water gets down and you're left with about 4 inches of water still in the bottom. And for the last 3 years, I have scooped and scooped and scooped and just killed my back scooping out the remaining water. Even used a shop vac to get some of it out, and it's just too much work. And what we're doing now, we bought a sump pump. I actually bought the sump pump off of Craigslist from somebody. It was a $100 Craftsman 1/4 horsepower sump pump, and we've hooked it up. You can see the drain hose and the water is running out. We live out in the country, so it's not in a rural area, and so we don't have an issue. We don't have close neighbors. We've got some property around, and the water's going to drain out and go under the gate and go on down out the yard. But I'm going to show you, there's a lot of debris in here because we do drain it at the end of the season, but you know, over the winter months it rains. We don't have a cover on it, and it rains and water gets in here, and you can see the plug over there on the other side of the wall, and you see how high the plug is, and it still leaves a good bit of water in here. So we've hooked up this sump pump, and this thing is pumping out water at a pretty good rate. I'm pretty happy with it. We haven't had it plugged up that long, and you can see the water over there is just flowing out the hose. And so that's going to save you a lot of time, and it's going to save your back from getting over there and having to scoop all that up. I'm still going to have to get in here once we've got this water out and rake up, or not rake, but actually use a broom. I've got a broom that I'm going to get in there and gently sweep around and get the leaves and stuff up, and then I can get in here with a water hose and hose it down, and then pump it out again if I have to. But anyway, this is how we have discovered is a great way to drain your Intex pool, and it's really going to save your back. We're going to be cleaning this pool up and putting up a newer pool. This is just the regular metal wall pool, and it's an 18-foot by 4-foot deep pool. It's been great and I've enjoyed it, but I want something bigger, and I want something that I can swim laps in. Now, one other thing that I'm going to touch on that a lot of people have talked about, and there's some controversy about, and that is the saltwater systems for the Intex pool. I don't use one, and I have never used one in this pool, and we have had no rust, no corrosion. You know, there's just like minimal, just a tiny little bit maybe right around these edges here, but other than that, that's it. The poles have held up wonderful, and even at the bottom there's no rust. And I really think it's been 3 years I've had it. I bought the pool used from someone on Craigslist. I paid $100 for it used, went and took it down and put it up, and she wasn't using, the lady that had it wasn't using a saltwater system either. So I really think the fact that we've stayed away from that has kept this pool from deteriorating. And the new pool that we put up, it's a big one. It's the Intex 32-foot long by 16-foot wide by 52-inch deep pool, but we've decided not to use the saltwater system on it as well. I'm worried because I've read too many reviews where people that have used the saltwater system, they say they love it and it's great and it keeps the pool clean, sparkling clean, and very low maintenance. But after 1 or 2 seasons, people are complaining about a lot of rust. Poles rusting out where they can't even, you know, be used anymore, and they've got to either get a new pool or call the company and start replacing some of the pieces. So anyway, that's just something I thought I would throw in there. I don't know how many people have, you know, had trouble with that or experienced problems with the rust, but this big pool, it costs, you know, a good bit of money, and we don't want to ruin it with salt water. And I guess I'll be doing the chlorine thing. I've had very little trouble keeping this pool clean. I put the tablets in the floater. There it is over there, sitting in the leaves and in the muck. But I put the tablets in there. I usually put 2 to 3 I keep in there. Make sure I check it pretty regular to make sure that they're in there and they haven't dissolved on me. But I try to maintain 2 to 3 tablets, big tablets in there. And then once a week, throw a bag of shock, regular shock, into the pool. We don't have children. It's just me and my husband. And so I think that's one reason why the pool stayed really clean and I didn't have any issues with it. Unfortunately, if you have kids, they tend to pee in the pool. I hate to say that, but you know they do. And they get in and out of the pool and they get it dirty, and it's just harder with children to keep it up. And so some people don't want to have to deal with all of that, and that's why they go with the saltwater system. But as far as keeping this pool clean, it was no problem at all. Once I got it cleaned out at the beginning of the season and got all the trash out of it and filled it up with the water, started with the bag, put a regular bag of the shock in there and filled it up and put the tablets in it. As long as I maintained that and kept the filter cleaned, then I didn't have any trouble. But you can see there's this little thing is steady working, and it's pumping that water out, and I'm just really thrilled with that because I have killed myself in the past scooping out the water and throwing it over the side. So anyway, this is my little video to show people that maybe are dealing with the same thing and don't know what to do. Here's your answer. Go buy yourself a submersible pump and get you a water hose. It hooks up with the water hose and you plug it in. You have to plug it into an outlet that's going to be capable of handling this electricity and water. I forget what they call it, but you don't want to electrocute yourself. But that's the pump working, and that's it getting the water out, and we'll be cleaning it up, and then I'll be taking it down, and I'm going to give it to somebody that could use a pump, a new pool for their kids. It served me well. Like I said, I've had it for 3 years, and I know the lady that I bought it from, she had it for a couple of years at least, and this thing is still holding up good. I have no leaks in the liner. No problems. If you do it right and you treat it right, it's going to work right for you. All right. Thanks for watching.